So autonomous vehicles are ones that basically work by themselves for a particular purpose or mission. They're developed in such a way that they can make their own decisions. They can work around without the intervention of human beings in their decision loop. And the decision loop is one that's familiar to many. It's called an OODA loop, where you observe, you orient, you decide, then you act. Where you'll find autonomous vehicles today will be in environments that are protected, let's say. They're not going to be free-ranging across society, where the environments could be changing extremely rapidly. If you have well laid out warehousing facilities, you can effectively create a set of guidelines that an autonomous vehicle will, through processes, for example, like machine learning, reinforce itself into behaving. It'll work out how not to get into a congested cycle. It'll work out how not to overload an area in terms of packing. So in effect, what you're doing with the autonomous vehicle today is you're making closed systems or protected systems, protected environments, far more efficient and effective in terms of their mission. Autonomous vehicles have a range of benefits. It releases humans from doing work in traditional activities, which could be dangerous, which could be monotonous. It'll also improve safety, because aside from moving people away from a dangerous or hostile environment, reducing the risk of exposure, you're also able to bring these autonomous vehicles to bear in places where you'd never get teams of people operating. There's the efficiency angle of it. Now that you've got a set of systems that essentially, and an infrastructure that essentially responds to only the mission and is able to effectively look for routes to accomplish that mission within a certain set of parameters, it'll be much more efficient than having human teams acting. Finally, there's the low carbon future. The optimization path of autonomous vehicles enables the low carbon future to be realized far more reliably and robustly than teams of people would be able to accomplish. Autonomous vehicles present a whole new way of doing things. It's a new paradigm. So therefore, the risks that come associated with this can be listed as regulations and laws. Basically, regulations and laws will be out of date with respect to the technological and implementation of autonomous vehicles in society. And it's going to be quite a challenge to keep up. There's also the level of public uptake, the buying into using autonomous vehicles, convincing people that they're a safe thing to do, they're a good thing to do. There's going to be a lot of misunderstanding and potential misinformation. You can have autonomous vehicles operating in such a way that they link to, say, applications on your mobile phone. And this offers great business and functionality increases, but it amplifies information and security risks, because obviously these are things that can be accessed now as they are being exchanged. Governments and organizations play a crucial role in realizing autonomous vehicles for our future and to make it part of our everyday society. What is required are regulations that are improved and fit for purpose, a set of best practices such that the businesses that work together to bring together autonomous vehicles create a business ecosystem, one where can flex to draw these technologies in. And finally, cooperation. The cooperation that is in not just the technological domain nor the regulatory domain, but in the way of working such that commerce can take place successfully. This means allowing competition as well as driving forward cooperation. Innovative and inspirational uses of autonomous vehicles can be thought of by considering what we've got available today, what we use in logistics and what we use for management of large goods. Now let's take this technology and the infrastructure that surrounds it, miniaturize it, and apply it into the health and life sciences area. What do we get? Well, we get the opportunity to provide timely, targeted delivery of therapeutics around the human body. That would revolutionize the whole drugs delivery industry. It would revolutionize the way we look at medicine, and it's happening. What we need to work around, and what we are working on, is how to make this implementable at scale in such a way that it is resilient and robust and works within the frameworks and regulations that we have today. The takeaway from this all is that autonomous vehicles are not just important to us, but they're actually an inevitability.